today we'll be discussing the fourth worksheet of class 9 subject science. Here the topic that we are going to discuss is metals and non-metals. So let us first discuss some of the physical properties of metals and non-metals. As you can see, metals can be melted and stretched into thin wires, and this property of stretching the metal into thin wires is termed as ductility. Then metals can be beaten into thin sheets, and this property of getting beaten into thin sheet is called as malleability. So we have seen two properties: ductility, drawing into wire; malleability, beating into thin sheets. So there are few examples of metals such as gold, silver, copper, etc. Metals are also good conductor of heat and electricity. As you know, if you take a metal rod and you heat one end of the rod, what you see is after some time the other end of the rod also get heated up. So we can say that metals are good conductors of heat and electricity. They produce sound, that is, they are sonorous. So when we see all these properties, and if it is asked what are the properties of non-metals, you just have to write down the opposite of all these properties. That is, non-metals, they are non-ductile first, then non-metals, they are non-malleable second, non-metals, they are bad conductors of heat and electricity third, and non-metals are non-sonorous. So this is Okay, now let's see some of the chemical properties of metals and non-metals. So you can see metals react with acid to produce salt and hydrogen gas. So whenever a metal, for example, take zinc, when it reacts with any acid, H2SO4, it is going to give you ZnSO4 plus H2. Now this H2 gas which is evolved, it burns with a pop sound. Now this kind of reaction does not occur with non-metals. Remember this. The second property is metals react with oxygen to produce basic oxides. Whenever metal, for example copper, reacts with oxygen to give you copper oxide, and if it is asked what is the nature of this copper oxide, you're going to say it is basic in nature. And how you test it? You will put a red litmus paper, and if it changes into blue color, you will say it is basic. Okay, now non-metals like sulfur react with oxygen to produce acidic oxides. So the behavior of non-metal oxides are opposite, they are acidic oxides. Same way you will test it with litmus paper. What happens when you put blue litmus paper into the solution? It turns red. Also, more reactive metal displaces less reactive metal from their salt solution. As you can see in the figure, what is happening is you are having copper sulfate solution. You put iron needle into it, you will find out because iron is more reactive than copper, what happens? It displaces copper from its solution to give ferrous sulfate and copper. So this is how you say that more reactive metal displaces less reactive metal. Now what are the uses of metals and non-metals? Metals are used in machinery, auto parts, utensils, etc. Non-metals, on the other hand, they are used for making firecrackers, antiseptics, and all the gases in the atmosphere are also example of non-metals. There are few exceptions, okay, because no rule in science is 100% applicable. There are few exceptions everywhere. So mercury, which is a metal, and bromine, which is a non-metal, they both normally exist as liquid. See, mercury is a metal, so it should exist as solid, right? But exception, so it is existing as liquid. Bromine also, because it is a non-metal, so we should expect that it should be either solid or either gas, but in this case it is liquid. Now come to phosphorus. Phosphorus reacts vigorously with water. Although it is a non-metal, but still it reacts vigorously with water. Then third exception is sodium and potassium. They're both metals, but they're not hard. Exception is they are soft, and they are so soft that they can be cut with a knife. Fourth exception is graphite, which is a non-metal. It is a good conductor of electricity. Okay, we have seen just now that non-metals are bad conductor of electricity, but here graphite is the exception. It is a good conductor of electricity. Okay, so once we have discussed this content, now let us see what the questions are. Okay, so now let's check ourselves. The first question is, name the non-metal which is essential for breathing. So for breathing, oxygen gas is essential and it is a non-metal. And B is used as water disinfectant. So we use chlorine, which is used as water disinfectant. Question number 2, which metal and non-metal exist in liquid form at room temperature? We have just seen exception C. Mercury is a metal which exists as liquid, and bromine is the non-metal which exists as liquid. So this is the answer. Third, define ductility and malleability. We have seen ductility is the property in which metals are drawn into thin wires, and malleability, what happens here is it is beaten into thin sheets. These are the two properties. Then fourth, which non-metal is good conductor of electricity? Here the exception, look here, graphite, which is a non-metal, is a good conductor of electricity. Question number 5, what is the nature of metal and non-metal oxide? So metals are actually basic oxides. Okay, they are basic oxide, and non-metals, they are acidic oxides. We have tested this with the help of litmus paper also. So this was worksheet number